welcome back to Synthetic Oil Protection. My name's Eben. If you guys are new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing. You just hit the little subscribe button right here, and then you go ahead and tap the notification bell. On Synthetic Oil Protection, we talk about exponentially protecting your vehicles 2 to 4 times better than using original equipment fluids. Today we're going to be working on this 1993 Crown Victoria, Ford Crown Victoria, and we're doing the rear differential. And right now we're just checking the bolts, making sure we got the right size, and then the tag gives the exact diff number, and then you can always just check the VIN number to make sure you have the right gasket kit for the rear diff, because there's no drain plug on it. You actually have to open up the rear diff cover. So let's get to it. So the socket size is a 1/2 inch, and that's it. Just take off all the bolts, let it drain down, and then you take off the gasket. All right, so got most of the bolts off. Now all we do is just pry it, crack it. Once you get it cracked, it'll drain right in. Super stuck on there from the old gasket. There it is. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, draining her down. So also there's a couple different differentials on the Crown Vic, so you definitely want to check that, make sure you get the right gasket. Beautiful. Beautiful. So there's our rear diff. Looks really good. There's no distress on the teeth at all. There's no burrs. There's nothing really noticeable inside there. There's a little bit of wear you can see in the diff, teeny bit on the back piece. Really not. So I got the light on so you can see better. So yeah, so like I said, there's really no wear on those teeth. In the side, there's a little bit right there, and a little bit on that one. And I guess those are the teeth that allow the outside wheel to turn more. And then there's the drive right there in the center. That looks real clean. And that's pretty much it. Everything looks pretty darn good. You could say we're tapping the rear end. Alright, now we're taking a razor and making sure all the metal is nice and flat. Because it's got to be flat when you put the new gasket on. Beautiful. So when I say protection, 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 what these really good lubricants do is they keep the friction down on all these metals. And that's what you want. You don't want any of the wear. You see a little bit of wear there in here. So by using the really good lubricants, you keep the heat down, you keep the breakdown down. Also, you protect the bearings. These are bearings right here, bearings here, and then there's also a bearing behind that main drive. So now you know how important it is to change these fluids out, all right? He's just doing a little final touches on the plate to make sure it's super clean, so the gasket will seat very flat. Just doing a little touch-up work, making sure it's good. That's it. Typically the diff covers are made out of aluminum, and they dissipate the heat really well. Take a look. Just aluminum, very light. All right. Believe it or not, these cop cars have performance upgrades on them. So now he's going to put a little bead on there so the gasket sticks. And that keeps the gasket nice and stuck to it, and also helps seal. Just cleaning up all the bolts, making sure the bolts are all nice and clean, and then they seat better. All right, gasket's on. Everything's good, just buttoning it all up, and we're all wrapped up. Now all we do is go ahead and feel her up. Tight, you don't have to go super tight with it. All right. You might have a little bit of a difficulty with this, I don't know, but take a look. Looks like it's a little stripped out. Hopefully the 3/8 inch drive will fit, but we got to get that out, and then we can go ahead and feel her up. That's where we feel her up. All right. All right, here we go.
Yeah,
Taking her off. She's coming off like butter. Easy as pie. Awesome. There she is. Got her. A little bit of metallic. A little bit.
yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. Just getting ready to put in our gear lube. This is our 80W90. And what this is this is a upgrade over OEM. So you'll get much less friction, less heat, less wear. So your rear diff will last longer. Also, you'll get better gas mileage because there's higher fluidity of it. And then you can see all the spec. It's a GL5 spec. And that's it. We're gonna go ahead and throw her in. Let's do it. So we're just using the standard hand pump style that threads right in the top of the cap. And that's it. You just keep pumping it. Pumping it and pumping it and pumping it, that rear end. All right. We're gonna go ahead and feel her up. Total fill is about 1.8 quarts. So you're gonna be about 2 quarts of gear lube, and then it'll just overflow out of the top, all right? That's it, second quart going in. Pump it, pump it, pump. You can also tap the rear end on this with the 75W90 severe gear lube, and that has the easy squeeze pack, which will make it a little easier than having to thread on the pumper. Our finishing tightening, you don't have to tighten it too much at all, and you can use any GL5 specification gear lube, and that's pretty much it. All right. If you guys have any questions at all about the video or about tapping the rear end on one of your vehicles, feel free to reach out to me. Leave a comment in the comment section below. And the rear diff, you want to basically do it every 50 to 100,000 miles. Just depends on what you're doing, if you're towing, if you're plowing snow, stuff like that. And that's pretty much it. My name's Eben. Thanks for checking out Synthetic Oil Protection. If you guys really enjoyed this video, definitely give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you guys back next time. All right? Thanks, guys.